Welcome to the Prescott Gallery of Homes. My name is Linda Logue. I'm an associate broker with Arizona Prime Real Estate, and I'll be your host today. My guest today is from Alta Vista Senior Living Community, and please introduce yourself.
Shannon Vialpando, Community Relations Director.
Nice to meet you, Shannon.
Nice to meet you.
Well, before we get into the questions, I just wanted to say I've helped many people transition to Alta Vista happily.
Yeah.
And as you know, this transition is not always easy.
No,
You know, it's sometimes really difficult, but you and your staff at Alta Vista make it go smoothly and easier for the seniors. And being a real estate broker, I am with them from start to finish on their moves, so I see that.
Right.
So let's start with.
Thank you. Can I just say thank you for that nice compliment?
Yeah, it's true. And you know, you call it a senior living community. It's kind of like a resort.
It is.
It's beautiful.
I know. I want to move in.
And
I'm ready.
It's really nice to go in.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so here's one of my questions, and it's probably on the minds of many people right now. How is Alta Vista handling things in the community during the pandemic?
That is a great question. We're doing a lot of different things. As maybe you don't know, or maybe you do know, we've been on lockdown since March, since all this started with the pandemic. So we've kind of gone through ebbs and flows of what we can do, what we can't do, tightening back, kind of like the governor's done with the state. So right now where we're at, we have been able to open our restaurants back up. We followed the Restaurant Association guidelines. So, you know, reducing the tables, chairs, that kind of thing. Residents can still come out and dine. It's just not at full capacity.
So it's sort of the social distancing thing that.
Absolutely, absolutely. We were able to open our beauty salon so they can get their hair and nails done. Followed the guidelines on that as well. When Governor Ducey opened it up for the state, we opened ours up as well. Those operators that do come in, there's only 2 of them. They do have to take a healthcare questionnaire, and we take their temp, and they wear gloves and a mask as well. So we're doing that. We did start recently incorporating some trips and things for our residents. They've been so great throughout all of this, and it's been very difficult on them, to say the least. But so to get them out a little bit more, because right now we can only really take them to doctor's appointments, and that's it. They're not going to the grocery stores. We're doing their orders online, having them delivered, or families dropping off groceries for them. So we started this a few weeks ago, we did fitness classes. We're doing those now. How are we doing that? We don't have an instructor. Well, a couple of our managers have stepped up. So they're teaching the class. Again, socially distant, all of that, but we're at least getting them out and active.
Right.
We get them out for walks. That's extremely important to get out in the fresh air.
Getting outdoors is very important. It's so lifting to the spirit.
It is indeed. We started taking them on picnics to Lynx Lake. We can't take a full shuttle. We can only take half the occupancy, but it's getting them out, you know, once or twice a week to do that. Of course, bingo. You don't want to take that away too long.
Nope.
So, you know, whatever we can do to try to help them feel as normal as they can with everything going on.
There's always a lot of activities usually going on there.
Yes, we have a full schedule for sure.
Okay, so are the families able to visit with their loved ones at this time? I mean, how are you handling that?
Well, we are following guidelines from Arizona Department of Health Services, CDC, and the governor's office. So at this time, we can't have any visitors inside the community. So what we've done is we realize they haven't seen each other in months. And it's so important for them to be able to see their loved one. So
Absolutely.
we've made little areas in our community where the family doesn't come into the community, but they can still visit with their loved one. So for example, we have an apartment, we have the patio, the screen door. So on both sides of that screen door, once we open the glass door, there's a table on each side. So we place the resident or residents, if it's a couple, inside on the other side of that table, and then on the side of this table that's on the patio is the family member. So we've been able to celebrate birthdays, anniversaries, a daughter coming to have lunch with her mom, and so they may not be right next to each other and giving each other hugs, but they're able to have a conversation and it just be them and
See each other.
yes,
That's awesome.
which is extremely important.
Yep. If someone's looking to move into Alta Vista right now, is this something that you're allowing? How does that work?
Yeah, a couple of things. So we are doing virtual tours. Since we can't have visitation, we're not allowed to allow anybody in. So virtual tours via Zoom, FaceTime, any of those media outlets. With that, if somebody does want to move in, they have to follow some protocols. One, if they use a moving company, the moving companies can come into our community. They're considered essential. So they can come in, move everything in, and set it up. The other option is families used to really love coming in and setting things up for mom and dad, and they can't do that anymore. So if they don't have a moving company, and let's say the kids are moving them, they can bring all the furniture, everything that they need for the apartment to our loading dock, actually. We meet them out there, my entire team. We go out, we take everything, we move it in for them. We set it up, hang pictures, make the bed, make sure that it feels like home so when mom or dad does arrive, everything is complete for them. The other thing is with the pandemic, we have to be very careful. Right now, anybody that moves in, what we're doing is we're asking one of two things. You can either move in and mom and dad can be quarantined to their apartment for 14 days. It sounds like a long time, and it is. But we do bring them all their meals, we check on them, we bring them their mail, all of that during that time. But another way to kind of cut that time down is to actually, when the resident on the day of the move, they're moving in Monday afternoon. Monday at noon on your way to the community, make sure you have an appointment, stop and get a COVID swab, no swab test. And then they're only quarantined for as long, maybe a few days, could be a week. Depends on where you go. I hear these days,
Right.
you know, how soon you get the results. But then it cuts down that time. And then they can come out and enjoy the community and stuff once they're off the restriction.
That's great.
Yeah, so.
Well, thank you so much for joining me here.
You're welcome, thank you.
And I really look forward to working with many more seniors and helping them with this transition and moving them into the fabulous Alta Vista community.
Thank you.
It's a beautiful community. And, you know, I treat all my seniors like their family.
Mm-hmm.
And I
what
know
we
you
do.
do too.
We're one
I've
big
seen
family,
it.
yeah.
And, you know, I look forward to them. I love working with seniors, and maybe that's because I'm a senior too.
You don't look it at all, at
Thank
all.
you.
I think and we were discussing this earlier, I think you have that passion for the senior, just like my whole team does.
Yeah.
We are also a family-owned community, which is
Yep.
rare around here. They have a passion for seniors as well. So once
Right.
you have that passion,
Yeah, you
can't-
want to help them. You want to protect them. You want
right,
to
exactly.
make sure everything goes
They are a
well
part of
for
your
them.
family for sure.
Yep, exactly. Well, thank you, and thank you, Gallery of Homes.
Thank you.